Good evening, I'm Chris Vicini. 2011 may be remembered in part as the year that bath salts were introduced here in Maine. The spread of the man-made drug reached high levels in the Bangor area, with police responding to hundreds of incidents. Bath salts can produce powerful hallucinations for those who take them. They're now illegal in Maine, yet lawmakers in Washington have taken another step towards banning the drug nationwide. News Center's Mike DeSuma has more.
Back a few months ago, I did term this an epidemic. I believe it was an epidemic. It was these drugs were dropped on us.
Bangor Police Chief Ron Gastia knows all too well about the problems caused by bath salts. This year, his department has responded to about 400 cases of people using the drug in the city, many involving people at the mercy of powerful hallucinations.
These drugs are very, very dangerous. They're unpredictable, and we were behind the eight ball on these. We were trying to play catch up with these particular drugs.
Now it's a serious crime to sell bath salts in Maine, and lawmakers on Capitol Hill want to take that trend nationwide. In the form of House Bill 1254, an act that would amend existing law to ban 23 compounds used in bath salts, making them illegal to use and sell across the U.S.
This bill is extremely important for Maine and the rest of the country.
Congressman Michaud co-sponsored the bill. He says by making bath salts illegal nationwide, trafficking the drugs could become harder.
Oh, it's definitely a big problem in Maine and is creeping up all across the country because it is legal in some states.
And officials say here in Maine that's still causing problems, as while many are getting the drugs from dealers in the state, the dealers themselves are not.
They're having them shipped to them, or they're traveling outside the United States to get them. They're getting them in large quantities and then breaking them up and selling them in small quantities. This bill will go far to help combat that.
If passed, the bill would also raise the penalties involving bath salts, particularly in cases that involve federal agencies like U.S. Drug Enforcement. Ingredients found in many bath salts will be added to a list that includes ecstasy and meth, both drugs that can carry a sentence of up to 20 years in prison for dealers. But for now, getting those rules to become a reality will all depend on what support the bill gets.
Hopefully we'll be able to come to a compromise quickly and get it to the president's desk so that we can get this bill signed into law.
And maybe make it that much easier to keep this drug off the streets. In Bangor, Mike DeSuma, News Center.
Now, the bill's passed in the U.S. House of Representatives. It now goes on to be considered by the Senate. Supporters are hoping to get it passed into law by the end of the year.